Hey guys, Lloyd2K4 here with episode 9 of my Maya playthrough using the Unofficial Community Patch. Today we're going to be doing Frostburn Canyon. Looks like we have some bandits here right away. Alright.
Step off, Vault Hunter. This is between the Bloodshots and the Firehawk. Once my boys bring his ass back to me, he's gonna pay for every bloodshot he killed.
So here we get introduced to Flank Steak, the leader of the Bloodshot gang. Or at least I think he's the leader. Oh, here we go, already off to a terrible start. This zone also introduces us to Goliaths, which are awesome. Nomad Pyros, one of the most annoying enemies in the early game because they have a lot of HP and they have resistance to fire, and at this point usually only fire elemental weapons in normal mode are available. We have a guy over here? Go ahead and open these up. It's always nice to get some iridium right away. Alright, so we de-aggroed everything.
I need another head for my merry-go-round!
Improved fire rate on Hyperion snipers is so nice since we can actually take advantage of the stabilizers. Alright, he got the bonus there for killing him, so we should get some more XP when we kill this Goliath. Getting pretty close to level 12, which is going to be nice. As you guys can see, I'm switching between my weapons. I figured I was using the sniper rifle a little bit too much, plus not only that, but our sniper rifle is probably our worst weapon right now. So apparently nomads think the Siren is the magic chick. It's an interesting name. I find it funnier when they call her the hot chick. Ooh, we got a Luke Goon Goliath. That means we're gonna get a big red chest. We killed him before he had a chance to full heal with his head coming off. Look at that spread, making it so hard to crit his head. So we have a Goliath here. We'll shoot his head off. I don't know where this mob is at. Where are you at? You gotta be down here. We'll get out of the way of his little AoE ground explosion there. There you are. Gotta be careful of that slag barrel right there. Yeah, we need a new sniper rifle here. The fact that we're not one-shotting a Nomad in the head at this early point in the game is kind of troublesome. Alright, so we have a bunch of enemies that are going to spawn over here, if I remember correctly.
Who's this?
So our bonus package took care of that guy there. Here comes another guy.
Don't scavenge my stuff.
There we go. Of course.
This one's mine. At least I won't have.
Alright. So now if I remember correctly, we were getting Flicker as our second skill. Have to apologize if I sound a little quiet or such. I'm actually recording this very early in the morning. I passed out as soon as I got home from work yesterday. I just started a new job, so I'm very tired because my sleep schedule is a little bit off, and I, of course, have to be there early in the morning. For those who are wondering, yes, the time I am recording right now is even earlier than early in the morning. Because obviously I can't stream if I need to be at work. What do we got here? Ooh, this Droog is pretty good. I'm going to pick that up, but I don't want to equip it right now just because we have to deal with the Nomad Pyros, and that's not going to be any good against them. So I hope you guys don't mind if I get a little bit sidetracked when I do this zone. There's a lot of optional areas when you're doing this Firehawk quest.
Bloodshots for some time, but they have never mounted such a large-scale assault on the Firehawk before. I wonder what's given them such confidence.
We'll go up here and we'll grab this chest and also the Cult of the Vault symbol.
Thing will rue the goddamn day it messed with us. We're gonna make the Firehawk choke to death on his own feces.
Dude, ew.
So I'm actually using a timer right now to make sure I don't go over time on this video. I try to make all my videos about 20 minutes. I know a few of the previous ones either went under or over, so with my new timer that I'm running, it'll give me a better idea when I need to stop. Maya having a little chuckle as she blows the head off of a flaming psycho. Where are all the enemies at? Wow, that bounced right off that guy and almost killed us.
You put your face on, show it to your mother! Oh, no!
So our spike shield is taking care of some of these weaker melee enemies, which is always nice.
You can't. Stop it.
Nomad Pyros do have a lot of HP. They're basically Goliaths, but they take a lot less damage from fire. We can always blow up their cases on the back of their bodies, but it's kind of hard when you're playing solo since they're always going to be facing you. Alright, looks like all the enemies up here are cleared out. Usually there's a lot more enemies. I'm not entirely sure why we aren't getting so many enemies in this area.
As I see the aftermath of the Firehawk's war on the Bloodshots, I finally
Incinerator
understand.
Clayton. He's a classic.
The Firehawk is everywhere. The Firehawk is a god of justice, a god of vengeance and rage and hate and death and beauty. It watches us from on high.
Fire spider ants. I do not like the elemental spider ants. They're a lot harder to kill. And now we have a spider ant knight. These guys are very annoying. They're very hard to critically strike. So we're just going to do this here and run. Alright, this guy thankfully turned around for us to make it a lot easier to kill him. Those spider ant knights are very hard to crit because their critical spot is very well protected. Once you get into the higher difficulties, they become even more protected. They also have very high HP. Okay, so I swore that I wasn't going to farm for anything, so I'm not going to do the trick here where we can leave the zone and then come back and we'll get a bunch of these Lascaux. We're actually just going to pick this up and use it. This is an excellent, excellent weapon. One of my favorite SMGs in the game. I'm actually not sure what parts are that I got on there. The burst fire, I don't know. I guess that means we're going to get more bursts out of it? All I know is this is a great weapon. It's great for hip firing because it has no accuracy loss when you're holding down the trigger. It does have a fixed fire rate like the Infinity, which means it's kind of like a shotgun. You can't really get too much damage out of it at long range, but that's okay. It's very powerful at close range. Shoot these guys in their little thorax, or whatever you want to call that thing. And it kills them very quickly. Alright, that one meleeed me and died instantly to our spike shield. And Maya's having the time of her life right here, committing spider ant genocide. I didn't even bother to check that shield, but it looked like it was higher level than us. Another Hyperion sniper rifle. Nothing too good in that chest, we'll go ahead and just ignore it. Huh, that's right, this is my first SMG, so we're gonna get some badass rank for killing guys with this. As you can see, that thing wasn't very good at that range, but if we get nice and close to his face, we're just going to wreck him. This thing can go through ammo pretty quickly, which means we're probably going to have to balance between our weapons. We can't just use this weapon. And we got some more iridium. There's a bunch of things to open down here, but I'm not going to get them. I want to unlock this electrical fence here. And also I want to go over there because there's another big chest. I'd like for that Goliath to do some work. Kind of want the Goliath to kill him, but we'll go ahead and get him out of the way so he doesn't light us on fire with his weapon. What are you doing to me? Lighting me on fire? Fortunately, our shield is absorbing most of that fire damage.
No one has seen the Firehawk, but we feel its presence everywhere. Bloodshot. The same marauders who operated the old dog dam. Mounted raids on the gates of Sanctuary for weeks.
Alright, so he only got to badass there, which isn't very exciting, and I did not want to jump down there. I was kind of hoping that he would just level up to at least super badass, because we have a chance at better loot and we get a lot more XP.
No one but a god could accomplish such a feat.
There are really only a few points in the game where it's really easy to level up a Goliath to like their god version, which allows for a pretty good loot explosion, and they give a lot of XP. The best place is probably in Brick's little area, where we have to go through his initiation, where, shockingly enough, he has us kill a bunch of his bandits just for one person to join, so I imagine every time the initiation happens that he actually has less bandits on his team. So you'd think eventually that he would just have nothing left, and he would only have maybe like 5 elite members and no more of his slabs. Hopefully I explained that okay, but basically the idea is his initiation is ridiculous, because eventually he would have absolutely nobody left on his side.
Fear me, bitches!
Getting mobbed by a bunch of spider ants here. Still feel like there's less mobs than normal. I don't know if it's just because we're in normal mode and less things spawn, but I feel like we usually get attacked by more. Shut up, Nomad.
The sky lit up with fire,
Nice.
and blood, and bullets, and screaming. One of our scouts came back from his morning patrol exactly as she usually did, except this time he was on fire.
Just realized I've not used my action skill yet this entire episode.
As we circled around his smoking form, ready to divvy up his loot, he shrieked one word with his last ounce of breath.
Firehawk! Oh, I love this guy. Incinerator Clayton's fun. He also drops a pretty decent legendary. Not really one that I would want to use for the long term, because I'm not too big on rocket launchers, but a pyrophobia is a fun weapon if you like to use those things. So I guess we'll use our action skill here, just because Nomad Pyros are great because their head is exposed and get a lot of headshots on them. Here we got another Nomad Pyro. No lack of these guys here. Fortunately, I believe this is the only zone they're in, which is a little weird. I always thought that they should have been in Sawtooth College. No, we got a loot midget here. Let's see. Ooh, he does a lot of damage. Need to kill you in the face, and I'm gonna go down. This is the first time we're put into fight for our life, but this is okay. Where are you? Where? Okay. So we killed our loot. Excuse me. We killed our loot midget. He didn't drop anything good. That's to be expected in normal mode. For those who don't know, loot midgets are very strong. If they pop out and they catch you off guard, they're going to take you down in the fight for your life pretty fast. I'm pretty sure they have a very high damage modifier on their weapons. So they can kill you much faster than most enemies can in the game. So like I said, I believe that's the first time we've been put in to fight for our life, but no problem there. Their heads are very large, so we can just crit them to death to get up. And here is our second big red chest. I know we forgot to get the chest in the electrical fence area. We'll be going back there in a second. I'm going to pick that up just because our lob bonus package is eventually not going to be very good, and it's nice to have an AoE shock elemental grenade. I actually really like the AoE elemental grenade mods. They're my kind of my favorite. Stormfront is one of my favorite grenade mods now that I use that with Gage and saw how powerful it can be. I know a lot of people prefer transfusion grenades for getting health back, and I understand that because in later difficulties you really want to stay above health gate so you're not getting put in a fight for your life a lot because enemies are very powerful. And what did we get here? Just a bunch of green pistols that I'm not really interested in. So now we'll backtrack here. We only have a few more minutes left on this video, so we're probably not going to get to the Firehawk before the end of the video, but we will pick up where we left off on the next video. I will not save and quit, so we have to go through this again. Guess we'll go back to our SMG here. Looks like we have a pretty decent amount of ammo on that. One of the disadvantages to leveling up your SDUs equally rather than just focusing on one is early on in the game in normal mode you have a pretty severe lack of maximum ammo. With a weapon like this that goes through ammo pretty quickly, it's noticeable. Obviously it's not so noticeable when you have an Infinity and don't have to worry about ammo consumption at all. Unfortunately, I'm just not really a fan of the Infinity because of its fire spread. A lot of people don't mind it because, hey, you don't have to worry about ammo ever, but I like to get consistent headshots when I have a scope like this, and the fire counter just makes that really difficult. Oops, I did not want to do that. Accidentally pressed down on the right mouse there when I just wanted to hold down left mouse. Matter of fact, I would say the worst thing about this weapon is the fact that it's dull, because I'm just not a huge fan of dull weapons in most cases. Oh, nice. Alright, I'm coming back down here. I just want to check out and see if we can get some ammo. Ooh, we got another one of these guys. We're going to just rush up here and shoot him in the head and kill him quick. There we go. So no legendary for us. Even though loot midgets I don't believe have legendary in their name at this difficulty, they still have a chance to drop legendary weaponry.
Explosives out!
I don't know if they're going to jump out. There we go. Badass psychos. These guys have a lot of HP and hit very hard. But we have a really powerful weapon right now, so we're just going to continue to shoot them in the head. Alright. Come back, psycho. Could have used our action skill on this guy, but we're just going to use our SMG to take him down. His head gets bent back, which means if we wanted to crit him easily, we'd probably have to run around him, so we're just going to shoot him straight in the face. So already I believe we're below half ammo capacity on our SMG ammo. There, we got some there. The Infinity is kind of saving us this early game.
Rescue Roland from this Firehawk guy. The Crimson Raiders ain't exactly along for this world.
Ugh, I should have used my sniper rifle on this guy, but we'll let him come and get up with us, and then we'll just go behind him here. And get knocked away because he has AoE attacks.
A lot.
There we go. I think I said this before, but I definitely think that spider ants are the least dangerous of all the beasts in this game, beast class enemies. They do not have a feral or rabid version once you move on to higher difficulties, and that really helps, although some of their variations can be pretty strong, like the knight turns into, I believe, a centurion, which is a very powerful version. And spider ant kings are also very annoying. Alright, for those guys who can hear that in the background, that is my timer telling me I'm just about out of time. I did set it so that I had a little bit of extra time, but I'm going to go ahead and stop this movie very shortly. I guess what we'll do here is we'll finish off the spider ants up on this little hill here, and here they come, and then we'll stop the video and we'll start the next one right up and keep moving on to Lilith. Sorry for those who have not played the game before, I just probably spoiled that. But if you don't know anything about Borderlands, then you probably don't even know who Lilith is.
Critical.
Alright, so I think we took care of all these guys. We'll go ahead and open up these containers and such, see what we get, if we can get any iridium. Try for some ammo. Alright guys, I'm going to stop this video here and I'll quickly pick up on the next one. Thanks for watching.